introduction.
Lightning
Just
introduction.
So people know each
John
other.
Grossman. I live in Lowell, but not in this neighborhood.
I'm Bob Fader. I live in New Hampshire with the Consumer Liaison Group.
And Nathan Phillips, you all know me. So, yeah.
I'm Rose Wessel. I'm with Berkshire Environmental Action Team. I live out in Cummington, out in the hills, but we work on energy issues, so we're looking at data centers.
Mary Beth Raven. I am quite active with Consumer Liaison Group and the No Coal and the No Gas and Citizens Climate Lobby.
Great. Oh, Steve Malagodi. I live in downtown Lowell. Work with this guy a lot.
Okay.
350.
We're both involved with 350 Master
Yep.
Greater Lowell, and this is Nancy.
I live here.
Who is
Unfortunately, I
living
live
at
here.
ground zero here.
You can see the smokestacks, that's for sure.
That's the worst one. That's the one that worked right before.
What was? I'm sorry. What was here before they built this?
It started its life, well, as a farm a long time ago. And then the bleachery, they bleach the textiles.
No.
They come up here and they wanted a stream to flow. That's what the book said that I read. And they built that to dye, the textiles, and they let it out into the Hills River. But over here, when they tore up the parking lot for Prince, underneath was contaminated soil. So they
Contaminated way back when from the bleachery?
It
or
could
new
have been. I don't know,
Okay.
because the bleachery was the worst chemical.
Yeah,
and
I would
Prince,
imagine.
Are they
I don't
doing
know.
any kind of dust control for that? Like
They're supposed to have
spray water?
sprinklers on it, but when I went by, there were no sprinklers.
Yeah.
They were digging at the bottom of it with a front end loader or something. They were digging it out. I think they're taking it off site, but I don't know how they can do that. When they're taking it out, the trailer goes in, the trailer dump goes in to pick it up, and then it fills up, and then they put that canopy over it, so they're taking the dirt out of there. That hill that's over here, that you see the grass on, that goes up to the black fence on Prince Ave, there's a hill similar to that over on Livingston Street, and the guy that lived across the street from it, he went to City Hall and they actually put a covering over it, like a plastic covering over the whole thing. They never did it with that pile over there. Yeah.
All right, let's get going, because I think you guys have a deadline. Thanks a lot, Nancy. Take care. They talk about how they came here and cleaned up the Prince Macaroni plant that had been abandoned when Prince Macaroni moved out and eventually closed. They got a big tax break, as other businesses do, and nobody in power at any rate was thinking about the consequences. There's about 25 backup generators, but beyond that, they get power their main power comes from the grid. How many megawatts there are, I don't know. I could get you that though. The power lines are abnormally large. If you go on my street or other streets, you don't see power lines like that.
Right, it's got to be phase 2 power, right.
And they're all over this neighborhood. This generally is South Lowell, which is a neighborhood, it's not a municipality. So some people will just say that, other people specify Sacred Heart. So we're going to turn left on Otis Street and go down, and there's other views of the data center there. Opinions vary as to sort of why these fences get built. Is it to keep people from seeing what they're doing, or is it to make people feel like they're not connected to it? I don't know.
Intimidate.
The spikes on top
Jake has a strong opinion about that, but and again, there's cameras everywhere that in the corners of all these buildings.
The spikes on top of the fence are sending a strong no trespassing.
Yeah. There you go. That's loud and clear.
Do they dump their water effluent into the river, or do they recycle? Do you know?
I think they're now connected to the city sewers. correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, but I think they finally connected. There was an issue with stormwater overflow and flooding on Bourne Street, which is somewhere downhill from here, but and there was a big fuss about that, and they ended up, and they was back and forth, but they eventually connected to the city sewer system, I believe.
Looking fence.
Yeah.
I think they put poison on the top of those spikes.
I know, it looks like it, yeah. Oh, so this is the house. This is the house we were in, Steve, right? Yeah. So from here, so the person who lives here is active in the group, as you might imagine. Let me see what. There's a camera on the fence post.
Right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And when the water tanks in the morning, sometimes there's like mist coming down from them on their property in their car. When the diesel generators are on, the wind blows, depending which way the wind's blowing, it goes right into them. And there used to be trees along where this fence is, but Markley took them down. Jake says for security reasons. So that's what I have to point out here. But there's just no privacy if you live right there. There you go. Note there is a moratorium on expansion. What are they doing? I don't know. That's the dirt pile Nancy mentioned.
What's that about? The dirt pile?
Well, I think it's just the result of construction,
Yeah.
but the concern is that the soil's contaminated.
Yep.
Away with the guy.
There's a big landfill at Forest Lake, but that was mainly just.
So these diesel engines that they have, those are just for circulating water?
No, the diesel engines are for backup power.
Ah.
So they get their base power from the grid, as I understand it. Backup power from diesel generators, because data disappears if they don't have backup power.
Yeah.
Little side trip there.
So we are. You see the sticks with the red flags. Those are property markers. That's Markley's properties to the left of those. And you will be reminded of that if, for some reason, you were to. They have some other buildings on Bolt Street, which, due to time constraints, we're not going to. But I don't think there's anything to see there except maybe some people puttering around. The community has a set of interests. The climate community has a set of interests. There's a big intersection, but it's not identical, and we try to play that role of making sure that when we need to talk about renewable energy and battery storage and not diesel backup generators.
It's just
I hope you guys are okay walking this kind of.
Yeah.
You'll see Markley's markers over here, and the last time Steve and I were here, they had a security guard there, complete with sunglasses, so that might happen again.
How's it going?
How are you?
At this moment, you're trespassing private property.
All right, we'll be out of here in a second.
That's fine. At this moment, I'm letting you know
Whose
that you are
property,
trespassing
sir? Whose property is it?
private property.
Whose property?
Public way is right over there.
Okay, but whose property is privately? Who
Oh.
owns the property? Markley does not own this property.
I think he's talking about that stick back.
Pass the marker.
Okay.
So he said the public way is there. Maybe this is private too, but I don't know. Anyway, you can see what you can see. You see the smokestacks. You see the cooling, whatever they're called, towers, condensers, and you see the building. And this is what they're trying to buy, according to our friend.
You guys are just, you are trespassing on private property.
Where's the line?
No, it's the pathway. Keep going.
All right.
Last warning, huh?
So we okay over here?
Hey,
So what is
He's
that
gotta get
smell? Does
earned.
that smell have anything to do with
No,
the data
that's
center, or is it something else?
Couldn't-
Yeah, that smells
couldn't
really-
answer. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in
Maybe
these
it's just that
buildings.
guy, whatever,
Yeah.
Or any factory work if there's anything being done in there.
healthy odor. Because we don't really know what kind of data they're turning away at.
Yep. This is the park.
And our town just passed community power. I don't know if Massachusetts elected on the science, technology, and energy committee, but it's a long shot because I live in a conservative Merrimack, conservative town. Yes.
Take a stand.
One of the themes in this part is there's a lot of kids around here, obviously not right now, but there's a ball field. We're going to see a school shortly.
My sense was that Merrimack was pretty purple. Did they?
This is a brook that Steve was talking about. It's called Hales Brook, but it's a tributary of Meadow River Brook and River Meadow Brook and of course the Merrimack River. Markley makes a big fuss about how they cleaned this up and it was all stuff dumped in it. But Jake points out if you walk down that way, which I haven't done, that they stop at their border in terms of what they clean up.
So as far as a community player, they're only
Yeah, they're cleaning up the neighborhood. You can see when you come by them. That's what he describes.
And we're sure they're using this water for their cooling?
We're not sure. Interestingly, water has not been the focus of the issues that people have brought up, which is why I don't know the answer, but it's a good point, so let's find out.
Yep.
I'm curious of your opinion on this. Jake's folks believe that these trees, some of them are dead at the bottom and believes that this speaks to the soil composition.
Doesn't look like any dead trees there.
It's just that, well, the way he described it as the bottom parts are dead, which that might not be.
Look how thin the tops of these trees are.
Yeah. They're really gone. They raised the whole building and everything. It's just a ginormous concrete pad, which we're like.
School bus drivers.
Something seen on Merrimack.
This street used to go all the way through and they closed it up, but supposedly that gate could open in case there was a need for emergency evacuation, but it's not very convincing.
Testimony about asthma and stuff. I was a public high school teacher. I had bus duty twice a day. My lungs were fine till suddenly, age 22 to 28, I was playing school teacher, standing out doing bus duty.
You can see the power lines here.
Okay. That's
Also
one of the
going
questions I
down
was
to the
gonna ask.
school.
Where the big power line.
Yeah, and you see them here. They basically go all the way around. They go to their other place they have on Bolt Street, which I'm probably pointing in the wrong direction, but isn't too far from here. And if you live here, you're surrounded by them.
So,
Hey, how are you?
so we had a call about a large group of people on private property and recording. That company over there has requested a no trespass order against you guys. So I just needed names and information to go ahead and go with that trespass.
I don't think I could do that, man.
There was no trespassing
We-
sign at all.
And we walked, as soon as he told us to leave, we left.
I hear you, but that's what they want to go forward with.
I hear they want to, but I'm,
No trespass. I mean, I could start seeing IDs and identify.
We have a constitutional right to be on public property.
That's private property.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
He told us it was private property.
yeah.
And we left.
yeah, that's it. How are you, sir?
How you doing on this day?
Nice
Hey,
day.
we're excellent, great. I'm Officer Golchik with the Lowell Police Department.
Hey,
I'm
How
going
are
to
you?
go ahead. I'm going to
Live
just hold on. Let me
downtown.
just explain something real quick. You're over on private property, okay?
Wasn't marked that way.
Okay, that's great. I'm going to take all your identification.
Nope.
I'm going to mark you.
No.
You're failing to identify.
Correct.
Okay. Why is that, sir?
Because we
Come
were
on over here.
exercising our
Am I being
constitutional
detained?
rights.
Yes, you are.
I'm being detained.
Yes, you are. Absolutely, 100%.
kidding?
I'm trying to determine whether or not a crime is being committed, has been committed, or is the act of being committed. So yes, you're all being detained right now.
When-
Oh, this is incredible.
We're scheduled to be over at UMass Lowell for.
Well, I'm sorry, that's gonna.
At the ISO
So,
New
yeah,
England.
all right, I can only talk to one person at a time. Thank you very much. Go ahead, sir.
We're scheduled to be over at a ISO New England
Okay.
forum this afternoon.
Sir, you're going to want to come over here. Sir, come on over here. No, you're going to come over here. You're with the group to begin with, so let's stay with the group.
Sir,
I'm with the
okay. So
group.
you need
I'm in
you
the
need to
shade.
either tell us
This-
what crime we've committed.
Trespassing.
We're
There
not
was no
trespassing.
sign
Okay,
We
saying
are
hold
not.
on,
We're on
sir,
public property.
sir.
Tell us what crime
Okay.
we've committed.
I just did that.
We're not trespassing. Are we
You are over
trespassing?
on private property.
Did you,
We
did
left.
you observe us?
I have multiple cameras and I have witnesses. I don't
And
need
we
to see a
left.
crime to know that it happened. We all know that. That's common sense. When a bank gets robbed, I'm not standing in the parking lot of the bank when it gets robbed, right? We rely on witnesses. We rely on
Yeah.
credible
The
information.
fact is,
I would get
the
arrested.
witnesses,
Call your CO.
My CO?
I'm serious. So
Okay,
we
you
don't
want to
have
speak to
do
my
that.
supervisor?
Well, then
Okay, so that wouldn't be the CO, that would be my area supervisor.
Fine.
You guys don't go back there and that's it.
I thought this was a free.
So right now
We-
you're all failing to identify yourself.
Yeah, we left when they told us to leave. That should be the end of it.
Well,
I mean, first of
so
all,
they asked you to, so you had contact with these people.
we had
A
contact
security
with the
guard.
security guard who would not-
They asked us
I
to
can
leave
only
and
talk
we
to
left.
one person at a time, ladies and gentlemen. If we could all just relax, let's not escalate the situation.
You're the one
It
who
was-
escalated.
You're the one trespassing.
We're not
No, we're not trespassing, man.
You're the one who escalated.
There's an
Okay, so I'm the
allegation.
problem.
You are.
There's an
Just-
allegation.
That's fine. Just relax for a minute. Listen, sir, you're on body camera. I don't care about you recording me. My job is to investigate crime. Whether or not it has been committed, is about to be committed, or has already been committed.
Yes.
Your threats about it being on the media are not going to deter me from doing my job, okay?
Yeah,
Does
officer,
that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make sense.
the fact is
Okay, I'm working on the facts.
we didn't commit the crime.
Let him bring the CO over here.
It's
Yeah.
area supervisor. Now, the
Yeah, yes.
CO's in charge of the shift. Area
Yeah.
supervisor.
I'd like to speak to the CO, actually.
You're not going to do that. We'll talk to my supervisor first.
Start there.
Go ahead. Sorry about that. It's just getting a little noisy. If you could have the area supervisor come by.
There he is.
That's my supervisor. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a chance to talk to him first. That way you don't think we're cohorting or conspiring against you and your
Appreciate
rights
that.
and everything else, okay?
Nice to meet you.
Mr. Mayor, what's going on?
So we're exercising our constitutional rights to walk down the street on public property. We crossed through over there where there's a path from, what street is it?
I think it's
I know,
Otis
near
Street.
Boomer Athletics, but there was
Yeah.
no trespassing sign.
There's no trespassing.
So
We
we
walked
know
down there.
we're
The security guard came
Going
out.
off on Lawrence Street there? The
Yeah,
warehouse?
No.
I think it's off.
Behind the condos.
It's Otis Street.
at Anderson and behind those condos. So we walked down this path. There's no signs. Security guard came and said we're on private property. We left. This officer now says that we have possibly committed a crime. He wants all our information. We don't want to give our information, not because we have anything to hide, but because it's our constitutional right to do what we do. Right? We're supposed to be at an ISO New England forum over at UMass Lowell in about 20 minutes. You guys,
We'd like to be able to
we
get
would
there.
like to resolve this as quickly as
Yeah.
possible so we can get on with our business.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
what.
I mean, we heard the message that apparently that area that we were on was private property. We heard that. I'm not saying we didn't hear it, but we don't feel the need to give our information.
As soon as we
this
heard
is-
that, we left. There was no posting of any kind.
Yeah,
As soon as we heard it was private, we left.
security guard
So
said
what did we
that.
do wrong?
I'll talk to him. I
Yeah.
just
Gotta
got
hear.
here. So.
Okay, appreciate
We'll
it.
figure it out,
officer.
okay?
Yep, thank
All
you.
right.
Is this in the petition against the data center?
Well, the data center is the issue. Yeah, I don't. It's.
I know. I know. Too many jargon words.
We good?
You are, if you show up again on their property, you will all be under arrest.
Have a nice day, John.
Take care, y'all.
Badly.
Oh no, we looked at the security booth.
Oh, no.
Are we gonna get stopped?
Probably.
We looked at private property.